Hey y'all, it's time for a little garden tour. So enjoy my messy garden. All right, here we go. Uh, of course, start coughing as soon as I start. Wild violets, big patch of them here. I just leave them and let them spread each year. I leave them in the yard, in the meadow, wherever. Oh, you are bindweed. You got to go, buddy. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. 4 o'clock. This is an annual, and it has been here for about 5 years. I think because it's so close to the house, there's a little microclimate thing going on here. There's another one right next to it on top of the new prickly pears. I didn't even plant the prickly pears over here. I think a pad got thrown over here last year, the year before, and it decided that it liked it. I'm actually going to move you'll see the main prickly pears here in a little bit, and I'm going to move the whole thing over here and try to sort of fill in all these gaps with the prickly pears, because they've gotten kind of buried over the years, so I want them to be more visible. These are some milkweed, a volunteer sunflower with very round leaves, some more milkweed, columbine, there's a dahlia, some prickly pear pads that I cut off this year that are doing really well. There's one thing about the prickly pears: if you have it in a space and you need to keep it in check, you got to remove a bunch of pads every year once it gets to the sort of the size that you want. Some things I planted this year, some Lysimachia and some green shit that I don't remember the name of it. It's got some honeyvine milkweed growing up it though. Yeah, it was just supposed to get big and green, so I thought it would look good in that little corner by the non-functional bird bath. Some feather wheatgrass, Carl Forster. I've got quite a few of those, you'll see. This is I think it's 3 or 4 year old fennel. Funny enough, before I planted this fennel, I thought fennel was an annual, but it's not. So here we are. It's about as tall as I am, which I'm 6'1". So one of our cacti. This is not a hardy cacti. It's called a cathedral cactus. It's a type of euphorbia, I believe. Some yarrow, some falling yarrow. Of course, I say that about all the yarrow because it just won't stay up. Some more volunteer sunflowers. One of them's blooming. They're both growing in the crack of the sidewalk. They get these little bees on them every day. I'm not sure exactly what kind of bees they are, but they seem to like it. So, some dill. Most of the things like dill and fennel, except for the big fennel, the rest of it's all volunteers. There's some native coneflowers, though I don't remember the exact name of them. They're another fallen over kind of plant, another cacti. No idea what the name of this one is, but every year in the winter I take it into the basement just like the other one, and I shut off the lights and I stop watering it. And come springtime, I don't touch them during winter. And come springtime, they lose all their leaves, and I start watering them, bringing them out into the sun, and they get all covered in leaves again. So I must be doing something right, because they seem to be happy. Although this one I think really needs to be repotted. This is all volunteer coneflowers. The vast majority. I think there's like 2 or 3 in the yard that I did not, or that I planted. The rest of them are all volunteers. This is a Verbena bonariensis. Again, it's about as tall as I am. I'm not used to getting it quite that big, but it did. So some sea holly that is nice and blue right now. I don't know if we can make that out on the camera, but it gets pretty blue, bit of a purpley blue. The flies also like it for some reason. All right, let's get focused here. Some more milkweed. Another whiskey barrel that has some creeping Jenny and big red coleus. Both are doing very well this year. Another dahlia. My sumac that was planted in the yard until it decided it wanted to pop up little root runners, little babies all over the damn yard. Within like a month of planting it, they were coming up like 20 feet away. So I dug up all them runner roots and got the main one planted in this pot, and it has been happy ever since. I didn't even have any runners coming up in the pot this year, so yeah, it's doing well. Some more Carl Forster, some dill, Carl Forster. No, wait, this is not Carl Forster. It's feathery grass, but it's variegated, so the leaves are white and green. And I don't know if this type is, a Carl Forster is sterile. It doesn't produce seeds. I don't know if this one will or not. I guess we're gonna find out. More dill, more verbena, more of that variegated feather reed grass. I've got some little grasses down here that I planted this year. Not remembering the name of them right now. That may happen today, because a lot of times I forget these things when I need them, and when I don't, it'll come to me. So it'll probably come to me as soon as I quit filming. Sedge, that's what that grass is sedge. Okay, well, came to me a little bit sooner. This little coneflower, I wish my camera was better at showing like light purple, sort of lilac, because this coneflower is different than all the others that have come up. The others are all the standard pink, but this one is sort of a lilac color. It's really pretty. Another dahlia. This is my okay, so this is a yew. This is your standard yew that you see in front of businesses and people's houses. I wanted an Irish yew, and I could not find one anywhere, and so I decided to make my own. So I'm pruning it to keep it growing upward instead of outward. So we're gonna see how that goes. I mean, it's been a few years and it's considerably taller than it was. So so far I'm happy with it. We're gonna see how it goes in the future. Carl Forster, some verbena, some yellow daylilies, if I can get out of the sun. My little box hedge. And this is the contorted hazel. I really like this tree, especially in winter, but I don't know, you can see at least the damage. And there's one of them. The Japanese beetles love it. It's actually the only thing in my garden that they eat, which makes it easy to catch them, because I just come out here with my little bucket. You might have seen it when I was looking at the sumac. It's a little popcorn bucket, but it's got some soapy water in it, and I use it to trap these Japanese beetles, little bastards. All right, so let's head back down here. Oh, I think I looked at this, but I didn't really talk about it. This is a Clematis Raguchi, and it gets these purple bells from early in the season, basically all the way through the end of the season. I know there's a few of you that have the same clematis. All right, let's head over here into the lawn that needs to be mowed really bad. Oh, look, a weed. Here's another clematis. This clematis has gotten clematis wilt a couple of times, and it's died all the way back to the ground, but it always manages to come back from it. So here's another clematis. I don't remember the name of this girl, but I think she's an older one. And I've got it on this this wooden trellis. This just went in last fall, and this is all the growth from just this year. So it seems to be happy. We've got some columbines and some white salvia, some bee balm hiding over here, and I think this stuff is called iron butterfly. It gets these little purpley flowers on it later in the year, like in autumn. Okay, this is a clematis that is over. I've had it for, I don't know, 10 years, and it never grows much past where it is now. It's not the most vigorous clematis in the world. More of the hordes of coneflowers that have volunteered in my yard that I just let go. Things like columbine and coneflowers, when they self-seed, I just leave them to it. And this is a lily. It's a big lily. It's probably 4 foot tall, and it gets these big, giant, white dinner plate lilies on. I'll try to get some pictures. They'll be opening soon. This one's about to pop right now. And that's a butterfly bush. It's not blooming yet. It's just about to. Again, the coneflowers. Here's that white one that I took a picture of the other day that came up in the sea of pink. So I'm probably gonna put a tag on him, a piece of yarn or something, to collect the seeds and see if I get white coneflowers from it. Probably won't, but worth a try, right? A dwarf spruce. More of these weedy things that I need to get rid of. Some fallen over yarrow. I love yarrow, but I hate that it grows like this. I need to, I don't know, maybe put them in tomato cages or something. Some mums. You know, obviously they're not blooming yet. We're far too early for that. Some more milkweed, some columbine, the creeping Jenny that started from a single vine that got out of a pot, and that was last year. So this happened. Most of this was covered in mulch, and I didn't even know it was here. And I uncovered it all this year, and it did all this over winter. So yeah, this is some creeping Jenny, some crazy stuff. But I guess I'm gonna have something that's this aggressive. At least it's pretty. It's better than creeping Charlie. Some more coneflowers. Now another interesting coneflower is these right here, and they came up red. This one is almost rusty in color, and yeah, I really like it. And you got this little teeny tiny one that opened up. See, I love coneflowers. All right, a mess over here because it has not gotten near as much attention. These are all first year volunteer columbines, so who knows what we're gonna get out of those. We'll wait and see next year when they bloom. Yeah, I talk to my mom about this bush all the time. I love it. I love the flowers, the little sort of lace cap flowers, but I always forget the name of it. I've looked it up like 15 times, and I know one of y'all will know the name of it. Some more columbines. One of my favorites in the yard, my torch lily, Nymphofia There's another one back there, but a columbine volunteered in the exact same spot. So they're both there, but I don't know if the Nefaphia is going to be able to compete with the columbine. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm just going to leave it and they'll let them figure it out, or we'll try to dig them up and separate them. I don't know. Knowing me, I'll probably leave it. And down here, with some weedy shit growing amongst it, is this is creeping Veronica. It's covered in these. Let me step out of the light. These little purpley blue flowers. Early in the spring, it's got them all over it. Some purple flowers early in the season. One of the first things to bloom. Don't remember. A volunteer sunflower that is very unhappy. I don't know why it doesn't like this bed for whatever reason, but you know, I'm typically one of those let the garden do what the garden is going to do. So if it's not happy, then you know, that's the way life goes sometimes. Some more milkweed, it seems to be happy. Especially considering it's only been in the ground for about a week, and there's been no wilting and no shock. So yeah, it's happy. This is it's a native. I think it's called a blue star. It gets these sort of star-shaped flowers, and then it gets these sort of, I don't know what you call these seed pods. They're very, I don't know, unique seed pods, I guess. These really super long seed pods. So, and some Russian sage. I know Russian sage has a bad rap. It spreads and it comes up all over the place, but to be honest, this one has never ever done that well. It's been here for years, but it never grows very tall, and it has never spread. And it all dies back to the ground every winter. So this is some yarrow that is just typically it gets mowed, but I haven't been mowing it this year, and so it bloomed, and it got all these white flowers on it. It started as just volunteers in the yard, and I kept mowing it, and it started to form like a yarrow mat. I even considered, ooh, we got bindweed. I'm sure there's other bindweeds that I missed. I even thought about covering this area with it. It's all weedy and grassy. I just mow it down, and but we'll see. I'll need to get a whole bunch of yarrow seed and kill all this with cardboard or something first. So, but we'll figure that out. There's always something in the garden, right? All right. Well, I think that is it. So happy with the whiskey barrel this year. Oh, speaking of the whiskey barrel, there's something I want to show y'all. When I was cleaning up back here, I seen this little columbine growing out of, can you see it? Okay. I'm having trouble with it because of the angle. There's a little hole in the bottom of the whiskey barrel right there, and there's a little columbine coming out of there. So that made me smile. Oh, and down here, buried behind all this coneflower and fennel and shit, is the prickly pears. And they're so pretty, and you know, we can see them from the porch, but you can't see them from anywhere else. So I want to get them out of here. So probably next spring, I'm probably gonna dig up, except for the fennel, because it's got a long taproot, and if I tried to dig it up, I would kill it. But I'm gonna move a lot of these coneflowers out of here. I'm gonna dig up as much prickly pear as I can. I'll probably cut off all of the, which I hate to do it, but I'll probably cut off all the superfluous pads that are not rooted, and because that's gonna make it a lot easier for me to move. And then I'll move it, and I'll start over. I will probably have a bunch of pads If it happens next spring, I don't make any promises at this point. But I also have, y'all might have seen it. I think I just sort of skimmed by them. So let's go back over here for a minute. I have 6 of these pads that I cut off. Oh, I think I did talk about these, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have so much prickly pear, I'm not gonna know what to do with it. So, if there's anybody who wants them, I'm really busy. I work a lot of hours, so I don't really travel for this sort of thing. But I'm in the Northland, near Claycomo, so if anybody would want these, I might be able to meet up somewhere up here, or I'm sure we could work out something. So just let me know if anybody is interested in prickly pears. So, okay, I think that's really it this time. I love dill. I love the garden, period, Anyway, so I guess that is it. So I will see y'all next time. Thanks. Bye.